Chris, I know I owe you this. This is your stretch video. I'm going to break this thing down, very simple, the way we were doing it when I was at your apartment. You're going to do this every day. Every day in the morning to loosen up. I'm going to second out your other video with the band work, with the planks and the stability work. This is just going to be the morning routine. So we're going to start very simple. We're going to start with windmills. Going to go feet outside the hips. You're going to do 20 windmills. Tap the toe, bring it back to the center. Tap the toe, bring it back to the center. Tap the toe, bring it back to the center. Tap the toe, bring it back to the center. When you finish the first 20, slide down the right side. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds. And when you finish off that one side, you're gonna walk over. And we're going to slide down the opposite side again, another 10, 15 seconds. These are light stretches. Let your body fold into the positions. Do not force anything, especially if you're waking up super tight in the morning. So once you finish the windmills, the holds on each side for 15 seconds, bring the feet together side by side. Cross them over, one over the other. Let your torso fall down naturally. Just let the weight of your chest drop down and let your weight hang here. Again, about another 15 seconds. And just let it keep falling. So again, you can check your progress based on where your hand position are and how long you can lengthen out the fingers on the floor here. When we come up off of this side, we're gonna come up slow, one vertebrae at a time. Start activating the muscles in your lower back, mid-back, and shoulders. We're gonna switch up sides. When we switch up sides, again, another 10, 15 seconds here, and we're going to, again, let the torso fall naturally. Do not force anything. So again, we'll take it all the way down, as low as you can. Might get a little lower on this side, might get a little lower on one or the other side based on your mobility. And again, we'll take these next 10, 15 seconds here at the bottom. Again, we're gonna come up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow, so the blood does not just rush out of your head and you don't wind up very dizzy. That's number one. Number two, now we're gonna go up to a wall. We're gonna put that toe up against the wall, and from here, hands up against the wall, pardon me, push, and drive the rear heel, start stretching out the rear calf. And again, these are 10, 15 second stretches. We'll switch up sides. Beautiful. And we'll take those 10, 15 seconds, we'll take it now off the wall. Let's get rid of this barbell. And we're gonna take this right down to the ground now, and we're gonna start stretching the hips out here. So from this position, we'll take it down to the ground. We're gonna take it into a lunge. And from the lunge position, we're gonna focus on pushing the labrum forward and stretching out the right hip flexor. And we're gonna push these forward for, again, about another 10, 15 seconds. If you wanna fire the muscles up in your back, shoulders, and chest, both arms up nice and tall for modification. Very good, very good. After that 10, 15 seconds, we'll switch that lunge position, opposite side. We're gonna push the left labrum forward and stretch out the left labrum and hip flexor. And again, arms are up. This will focus more on stabilizing the back, mid-back, and core. When we wrap up those 10, 15 seconds on each side, we're gonna take it down to the ground. And from the ground position, we're gonna pull that left leg across. We're gonna pull the right leg back. We're gonna drop your chest over your knee. We're gonna walk it forward as far as you can and hold that position. And again, we're gonna switch up sides here. Work another 10, 15 seconds. Again, chest over the knee, walking the hands forward as far as you can. Taking the deepest stretch you can. Excellent, excellent. We'll walk those hands back. We'll take it onto the floor. You can take it onto your mat. From this position, we're gonna bring those legs up, cross those ankles, hug your knees into your chest as tight as you can. And we're gonna take another hip stretch here. All right. So after that 10, 15 seconds where we're hugging them in, we're gonna release those hands, straighten those legs out. Once we straighten those hands and hips out, we will start working on step-ins and rotations. We'll go into a push-up position. We're gonna start opening up the serratus, the obliques, and open up the hips just a little bit more. Step into the outside of your hand. Same side, we're gonna rotate up. We're gonna push the hips down, keep the rear knee off of the floor. And you're gonna alternate sides 10 times. Good, so when you finish those 10 times here, very good, very good. We're gonna take it back down onto your mat. And lay it down flat. We're gonna keep that right hand glued to the floor, keep the right shoulder pinned down. Bring your right knee over your hips, pull across. I'm gonna stretch out that lower back. Wanna stretch out the glutes here as well. But we don't want your shoulder to disattach here. You focus on pulling this over as far as you can with no pain. Again, we're gonna work about 15 seconds on each side here. Release it, switch up sides. Left shoulder's glued to the mat here. Very good, very good. We'll go back to a neutral side position from this here. We're gonna stand it up. We're gonna take the same legs, and now we'll cross those over. Right foot over your left knee, turn, and a little pressure on this knee. Gentle stretches. These should not be forced. You should be letting your body fold into these positions comfortably. 10, 15 seconds. And we're gonna switch up sides here. Very good, very good. Almost done, Chris. We'll take this on to your hands and knees. From your hands and knees, we're gonna do a set of bird dogs, and this is gonna be a set of 20. So, opposite arm, opposite leg up, nice and tall. We're gonna do this alternating for 20 times. When we finish the 20 times here, we're gonna stay in this position. If you need a break, sit it up onto your knees. Give your midline a break, give your back a break. When you go back onto your hands and knees here, you're gonna open up the serratus and the obliques. Hand behind your head, elbow point to elbow in high, all the way up. 10 on each side. And then you'll switch sides for another 10. Excellent. Again, if you need break here, take a break here, roll it back onto your knees. We're gonna go back into that position. We're gonna work a set of cats and dogs for spinal decompression. So we'll go again onto the hands and knees. And from here, we wanna pull the spine up as naturally high as you can, just like a cat. And we're gonna roll the abdominals down, roll the hips back, just like a dog. And you're gonna do this 10 times. So up nice and tall. Down nice and low. Up tall. Down low. Up tall. Down low. And this is going to be 10 times you're gonna do this. So now we've worked through your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, your mid-back, your serratus, your obliques. This is literally everything I would stretch out on you every single day in the morning. So again, I'm gonna follow this up with a band video and hold video for your planks, your band work, what we went over in person. But for the stretching, this is very comprehensive. We'll do this every day, and then we'll build on this particular program for you. Chris, as promised, this one, band work and stability work. This is gonna be a little more for strengthening, and the next time I come see you, I'll train you and we'll do some unilateral work for the hips and some of the stuff we talked about as well. But with the yellow band I gave you, we're gonna start with the dislocates. So first and foremost, all the way up and over, we're pulling the band apart as we rotate. And again, you let this go as far back as you can get it. We're gonna start to open up the shoulders, foster a little bit of mobility in your upper body. Let your upper back start to tighten up just a little bit. We're gonna do that about 10 times. When we're done with that 10, we're gonna bring it back to the center position, and we're gonna work them laterally, 5 on each side. All the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Keep pulling the band all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. When you finish that 5, opposite direction for 5. And when you complete that 5, we'll start the band pulls. The first 20 are gonna be right up top, right across the chest. We're gonna pull that band apart 20 times. And this is going to be to get your rear delts, your traps, and your scapula tightened up, and let the shoulders stop dominating and pull your posture down. We wanna keep you up and back with your chest up. We wanna tighten up the back just a little bit. After the first 20, we're gonna supinate the grip, turn the hands upside down. We want to pull these elbows and pull the band apart to the mid-back. And again, you're going to do this 20 times. After you complete that 20, you're going to go and put the same band under your toes. We're going to straighten the back up, keep your chest up. And we're going to work back extensions. Controlled. Don't let your posture break down. You're hinging off the hips, your feet are on the band, you have plenty of resistance, and you're gonna do that 20 times. After you finish that set, take a 1-minute break, do it again. Take another minute break, do it a 3rd time. You have 3 sets of band work. From this, you will transition to floor work. Your floor work is going to be very, very, very easy to simple to start. We're gonna start first. Perfect push-up position, hands under chest. You're going to hold for 30 seconds. Get a stopwatch on your phone going, keep the time honest. After this 30 seconds, you're gonna take it down to a traditional plank. Forearms, toes, line your elbows and shoulders up. Foster a neutral spine. Make sure we don't let the hips sag. Up nice and tight, tuck the lower abdominals in as tight as you can. Focus on your breathing, long drawn breath in, long exhale. This will be 30 seconds. After you complete this 30 seconds, we'll go into your side plank position. Again, line up your elbow, your shoulder. You have a few options. You're going to either stack the feet on top of each other or stagger it, bring the top foot to the rear position, up tall. Again, this will be another 30 seconds. When you finish this 30 seconds, you will flip over to the other side. You'll work this last 30 seconds. When you finished all 4, take a break, and you're gonna roll through that 2 more times, just like the band work. So you have 3 sets of band work, you have 3 sets of stabilization work. Let's let that be the basis point for your training as we try to fix the back and also alleviate some of the pain that you're experiencing now. I'll see you soon. I want to see you work the band work more importantly actually than anything else right now, because I feel like this is going to strengthen up your back. All the stretching that's in the previous video is actually just going to help release some tension from a long night of not moving around or sleeping on your side just a little bit. And I'll see you soon for your training session. Rock on, brother. See you soon.